Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. 10 books that could change your understanding of life, your inner standing, overstanding. You walk into a room and they tell you some goodies are waiting for you. To the left, you have $1 million. You don't like dollars? Don't worry about it. 1 million euros. If that isn't good enough, we will fix you up with 1 million pounds. How about that? To the right, you have a book called The Book of Infinite Wisdom. Which one are you going to go for? While you're thinking about that, let me just say, can I get a hello there? I would go for the Book of Wisdom because with the wisdom, I can get the money. But with the money, I can't get the wisdom. If I get that Book of Wisdom, I am definitely going to find a way to get that 1 million pounds, that $1 million, or if it's euros, and then just leave with both of them. Problem solved. I made a video called Top 10 Books to Shake Your World. And I spoke about how The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho was one of my favorite books. Also Feel Alive by some bloke called Ralph Smart. Great book. Now I'm going to give you a new list of 10 books that have helped me to become my greatest version. I call them next level books because once you read them, they take you to the next level of becoming your greatest version. Let's start with number 10. This book is called Subliminal by Leonard Mlodinow. This is a fantastic book. Now, I came across this book in a Venice bookshop. I was reading it for like 1 hour. That was a sign that I had to buy the book. So when I finally did, it speaks to you about how so much of our subconscious mind is controlling our behavior. Now, we already know that 95% of our lives are controlled by the subconscious mind. But this book goes into so much research. He is a physicist. He gives you fantastic insights. And it is a powerful tool in becoming your greatest version because there are so many things we are doing we're not even aware of. Those programs, those belief systems, and this book definitely tackles it. It's a nice cover as well. Number 9, one of my favorites, Ancient Future by Wayne B. Chandler. Now, I read this book many years ago, but I speak of the 7 Hermetic Principles, and this book, it's an eye-opener just to how advanced ancient civilizations were, especially ancient Kemet, ancient Egypt, and really how you can use it in a very practical way to empower your life. So when you start connecting the dots and realizing that a lot of us, we're walking around lost because we've lost that connection to the ancient wisdom. And this book goes really deep into it. You'll be blown away. Oh yeah, let's go to number 8. What is this? What is it? Life Ahead, Krishnamurti. I came across this book in the bookshop in Abercrombie, and all I can say is that Krishnamurti always makes me think very hard. It's very liberating to read Life Ahead by Krishnamurti, who was one of the greatest thinkers of our time, simply because Krishnamurti doesn't write or speak to tell you what you want to hear. He tells you the code truth from his subjective view. So you get a very raw, honest book here that talks about the human condition, and it is so liberating because this is basically a summary of all of his talks. And Krishnamurti inspired me a lot along my early journey. A lot of people say that human beings, we need so much. We need a lot of belief systems. We need this, we need that. When I'm reading Krishnamurti, it's almost as if he is stripping away everything I think I am. And that's why every now and again, I've got to pick up this book just to stay grounded. Fantastic read. Osho is also amazing. Okay, let's go to number 7. Food and Healing, Anne-Marie Colbin. Now, I speak of food being one of the key catalysts for becoming your greatest version, simply because it is the fuel that gives us the energy to perform to our maximum. And this book really talks about food and mood. It gives you a history. It gives you practical ways how to shop more cost efficiently. It tells you why certain foods are terrible for you, why certain foods are amazing for you. And it is wonderful. I really always have to be reading a book about food, especially when I'm hungry. Let's go to number 6. The Shining Ones. Yes, when I was speaking in that very deep voice. That film I made, The Secret History of Earth, was based on this masterpiece of a book by Philip Gardner. And this is powerful just to know the secrets of Earth. A lot is revealed in this book, and it definitely gave me a lot to think about. And it's really empowering because so many things we just take as reality. We don't question our reality. We don't question, where did money come from? Where did all of these religions come from? Why is the world the way it is? Well, this book spills the beans. It's not for everyone because it's gonna start, you're gonna start deleting those programs. Oh yeah. Number 5, Healing Love Through the Tao, but also, why am I bringing up another book? The Secrets of Cultivating Male Sexual Energy. These two are really one book, okay? Mantak Chia, wonderful. If you want to improve your sex life, your sexual energy, learn more about it, Mantak Chia is a master at it. And it's definitely empowering because when I realized that you had to cultivate sexual energy, this in essence allows you to become your greatest version because sex sells, sex is everywhere. But a lot of us, we are draining our energy when we should be raising it up, raising that Kundalini energy up through the spine right to the pineal gland. So it's one book. One for women, one for men. If you're a man, you read both. If you're a woman, you read both. That's how it goes. Let's go to number 4, which is The Physicians of the Soul by Robert May. Dr. Robert May. Okay. I read this book in university long time ago. And it was very interesting at the time. But recently I delved into it, and it talks about the philosophy, the wisdom from all the spiritual teachers of our time and how they are seen and used in our world today. So it definitely gives you an insight. But what I got from this book is that they were all talking about the same thing. Love is the greatest force on the planet. But this definitely will raise your eyebrows just to see how closely all religions are so similar. And they are all saying the same thing, but also realizing that we are multidimensional beings having a human experience. All the power lies within ourselves. Okay, let's go to the next one. Number 3 is a book called The Holographic Canvas by Sonia Barrett. We've had her on. I call her the Oracle. Wonderful spirit. Amazing book because it talks about how the universe we are living in is kind of a hologram. And because of that, it really makes you question your reality. Now, when I read this, after I read it, I was able to go to the next level. Why? Because it showed me all of these ideas, these thoughts which I believed were the truth. It started to shatter my paradigm down. And you need brave writers like Sonia, also Michael Talbot, The Holographic Universe. Powerful books that nothing is what it seems. Number 2 is Brené Brown, Daring Greatly. Now, Brené Brown, who is a researcher, talks about the power of vulnerability. How many of us want to act so tough all the time, so hard, so powerful, but deep down all we want is a hug? And she goes into why vulnerability is so powerful, how we can liberate ourselves through expressing our vulnerability, from allowing other people to see us when we are vulnerable. Fantastic book on all levels. And number 1 is you. Because I've realized that the greatest book you can ever read is yourself. All the answers lie within ourselves. I don't read books to get information. I read books to help me remember who I am, to serve as a catalyst to help me become my greatest version. Because I don't know everything, but books serve as triggers to help me remember. But when you take all of those books away, what are you left with? Were you born with a bundle of books coming out of your mother's womb? Were you? Were you? Well, probably not. Probably not. There was no manual that came with you. So that means that we are the living book. We are the book of life. And once you start reading yourself, you start tapping into your greatest power. Many spiritual people in ancient times, they would say, after enlightenment, you burn all your books. I don't go that far. I say that I don't know everything. And when you have authors like those who are bringing forth great research, I'm always interested just to read what they are saying. But at the same time, I realize that you are the guru. I'm not here to teach anybody anything, just to remind you of your infinite greatness. Have a wonderful day. Let me know what books you're reading right now. Infinite waters, diving deep. Once again, stay well, stay healthy.